The white painted walls all around featured enormous oil canvases, featuring images of places where land met ocean. A lectern stood on a raised stage to her right, waiting for whatever notable would proclaim from it. A veritable sea of round tables filled the rest of the room, appropriate to the imagery of the paintings. What was probably the hotel's biggest room was full of men in tuxedos and bow ties, accompanied by women in beautiful gowns with elaborate hairdos. She didn't fit in among this gaggle of well-to-do quad and pentagenarians. Someone who took note of her would first see the off-white suit and matching pumps, offset by a soft gray blouse. Next, they'd take in her long blonde hair and the perfectly smooth skin that her practiced and adept use of makeup provided. Her nails were shaped and polished in a deep red that matched her lipstick and stood out against the rest of the outfit. The darker color was her little piece of originality. She laughed inwardly. Yeah, I'm a total rebel. If someone were to stand beside her, they might notice the small object nestled in her slightly pointed left ear. Its body was clear, but the electronics inside were silver, black, and odd-looking in that spot. No one was likely to get that close tonight, since she was part of the surroundings, not a participant in the main event. Perfectly clear speech came through the earpiece, easily overcoming the chatter and conversations of the guests as Arthur Blackwood's cultured British voice ordered, "Report." Danica's gaze tracked around the room and briefly settled on each of spellbound security's guards as they reported. Her role was to be strictly an observer after accepting Arthur's request to observe his team in action and provide feedback on their performance. 6 guards were along the wall, 2 at the back, 2 on the far side, and 2 holding position on her wall. She couldn't see those responsible for the next round of responses, which came from personnel in the corridors surrounding the big room. The last 2 guards, a tuxedoed man and a gowned woman sitting at a table with their protectees, gave natural-seeming nods instead of verbal responses to indicate their awareness. Arthur said, "Good. The event kicks off in 10 minutes, they tell me. Keep your eyes and ears open, people.